Well, hello, my peppered ASMR fans. Today I want to do something a little bit different. No ASMR role play or anything like that. I want to share with you something that's kind of been on my heart. Little chat, little ramble about self-esteem, and kind of go back a little bit, back to when I was younger. I was, we were constantly on the move, and my I've never been into school for more than 2 years. My brothers, my siblings, and I, we were always on the move. Our parents divorced, and we were kind of going back and forth between mom and dad. Uh, and then when we were with mom, a lot of times we had to move to different locations because sometimes we weren't able to pay the bills, and so we got kicked out. And so we moved around a lot, and because of all the volatility and all the change and all of that, there were a lot of times we didn't know who we were. Our identity was kind of mixed up in a whole lot of places, and kind of coupled with that was our own self-worth. I'll just speak for myself. My siblings can speak for themselves. Um, but I know I felt less than. A lot of times we had less than clothing. A lot of times we had less than food. And so kind of being around in bad environments and all of that, all those things start to affect you and how you see yourself and how you see the world and all of that. And I know for myself, I thought I was dumb. Uh, I was chubby. Still a little bit now, but I wore thick glasses. I mean, thick glasses. I've had surgeries as an adult, eye surgery as an adult to correct it, but and still I wear glasses, but I had real thick glasses, and as a youth, I was teased. I was chubby. I had glasses, and I was always new. So I was the new kid coming in, and that's not always not always a great combination. And so I got picked on until, but here's like a prelude to the future. Um, I didn't realize how strong I was, and other people didn't realize how strong I was either. And I remember. So I think these are kind of some of the moments that kind of allowed me to start waking up and seeing my inner strength. Um, this is kind of a little crazy story. Um, I had, I was in there was, I was like the bully magnet. Once again, I was chubby. I had the glasses. I had that look, and everybody always wanted to test me. And one of the things with that is I didn't know my own strength and my own power. Um, and so I remember one time there was a kid that he said I was looking at his combination lock. And he goes, why are you looking at my lock? Why are you looking at my lock? And all this kind of stuff. And then next thing you know, he said, after school, I'm going to get you. So my brother and I are only 1 year apart. Um, and so we were in the same grade and everything like that. My brother's a very passive person. You've seen him on here. May have ASMR Poppy, and but nevertheless, he was always very docile. So he was like, "Look, come on, just what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk a different route than we normally do. So just don't go, leave and go home right after school. We were walkers, and so instead of walking directly after, we'll just linger around a little bit. So we lingered around a little bit. We thought everything was good, and then we started leaving. We started leaving, and we took a different route. So we left late and took a different route. And next thing you know, I turned back. Man, there were all these kids that were coming. You remember when the fights were happening and the crowds would gather? gather around to look. Well, nowadays they got cameras and video, and then it'll be posted up and all that kind of stuff. But this would have been one of them posted ones. Um, and so all of a sudden, I had nowhere to go, and the kid is in front of me now. No, what's up now? What's up now? And he's pushing me, and he's pushing me, and he's pushing me. What's up now? What's now? Now here am I. Never been in a fight before. I mean, other than like brothers and stuff like that, but um, picked on, and all of a sudden, all I remember is he pushed my head like that, and next thing you know, I was on top of him. I was on top of him. Now, I'm not an advocate of violence or anything like that, but sometimes you're gonna do what you're gonna do. But beside that, I think that's like I said, like the humble beginnings of my strength, of me realizing my power. And I know that's physical, but that's not really the strength I'm really talking about. But it's still it's like I said, the prelude to later on. Now I still dealt with lots of insecurity, lots of low self-esteem, um, and I didn't really believe in myself a lot. I don't know, maybe if you guys saw, I was in the Wizard of Oz not too long ago. I played the Tin Man, and you could probably look on one of my shorts, search the shorts, and you'll see the Tin Man singing. And that was me playing the Tin Man in a musical. And when I was in high school, I wanted to go out for the whiz. So I wanted to go out for the whiz. I practiced. I was going to sing the Star Spangled Banner because they told you can sing whatever song you wanted to sing at the audition. And so I was going to sing the Star Spangled Banner. And so I was prepared and ready and all that. And as soon as they started saying, hey, uh, who's here for the auditions? And a few people got up, all that. And it was like last call for auditions. And I'm sitting there and they're looking around at all the kids that were still there. And I was fearful of even raising my hand. I was fearful of auditioning. I was fearful of what would come next because I thought less than of myself. Now, I then I then decided excuse me, I didn't decide anything. I sat there and then in a little while after they said, well, auditions are over, then they said, is there anybody that wants to be part of stage crew? And I raised my hand and I said, I'll be a part of the stage crew. And, so I was part of the stage crew of The Wiz, John Dickinson High School production of The Wiz. And I was on the stage crew. But while I was on the stage crew, I'm on in the background, here pulling the ropes and opening the curtains and doing all the stuff that does moving props and things of that nature. And while I'm in the background, I'm singing some songs, you know, some oil to me. I'm singing backstage. I'm a mean old lion. Well, I was supposed to be out on the stage, but fear gripped me. Fear said, no, 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 no. You can't. Fear said, you're not enough. Low self-esteem and fear said, ain't no way. You. And that's why I'm talking about this today, because there are some of you that are out there right now, the same thing. You've got great potential within you. You've got great strength from within, but you can't tap into that strength because there's something limiting you from getting to that, from seeing your full potential, to seeing your strength, from being able to access that inner strength within you. That was me. And it took some self-realization. It took moments to help me to see how awesome God has created me. Yeah, I'm not like everybody else. You're not like everybody else. You're unique, but uniquely wonderful. But you gotta see it in yourself. If you can't see it in yourself, how can someone else? If you can't tap into that greatness, how can someone else? So some of the things that kind of helped me was kind of just putting myself in awkward situations. You know, there's something within you that says you can't, but and sometimes I think we want to do everything so right and perfect. I mean, it's kind of like you've probably seen a lot of people start YouTube channels and then never put up a video. Right? You got great ideas and all of that, but never started because you're fearful of failing. You're fearful of how others going to look, and do I have what it takes? Do I have enough? Do et cetera, et cetera. And if I could just give you a little bit, first of all, whatever you put your hand to when you start, you're probably gonna suck at it a little bit. Go back and look at my earlier videos. I was tempted to delete a whole bunch of those, but that's part of my journey. The time where those old videos are part of this journey, and then even in my life, that little fat nerdy thick glasses kid, he's part of my journey. And I gotta be able to look back and see the growth and the the different stages, and all you gotta do is just, if you keep striving to be a little bit better and to know a little bit more and to grow and all that, you'll be amazed at what you can do over a little period of time and consistency. But I think oftentimes what happens, just like on YouTube, we want to start out with the bang and have the viral this and that and all that, and when we don't, we look at ourselves as a failure. I'm gonna say it again. God doesn't make junk. God doesn't make junk. And just because you might be a little different than someone else, don't, I just hate the fact that especially I mean, I don't know how it is everywhere around the world, but we do it a lot here in the United States of America. You know, we like to box people and make everyone be standardized in a certain way. Schools, they have a certain teaching style, and actually, it's been there've been a lot of innovation within our educational system. So, but I think we need a whole lot more. And this is what I mean. Everybody is different, and there's a lot of different learning styles, and teachers usually kind of stick to one style. And so, I'd like to see that expand a little bit, but that's another conversation for another day. Listen, I'm gonna wrap this up in just a moment, but I guess what I really want to say is you're somebody, and you're somebody great, and sometimes you won't be able to fulfill your greatness until you can see your greatness. I'm a student of the Bible, and there's spies in the Old Testament that went out to spy out Canaan. And as they went to spy out Canaan, there were 12 of them that went. 10 of them came back with a bad report. Now, they came back after they spied out the land and looked at the land and all of that and said, first of all, I forgot to mention this. God told them, I'm giving you all this land. God said, I'm going to give you guys this land. Now choose these men to go out and spy out the land and all that. But God already told them it was theirs. So I want you to see that already. This is yours. This land flowing of milk and honey is yours. It's yours. Now, in this land that's flowing of milk and honey, they went there. The 12 spies went there, and they go and they spy out the land, and they come back with fruit. Right? Oh, and when they were asked about the land, they said, "Look, the land is wonderful. The land is plentiful. The land is beautiful. It's the land flowing of milk and honey." But we can't go in there. They couldn't go in there because they said there are giants in those lands. Now I want you to see something. There are giants in the land. That was true. Big, big men, uh, strong forces against them. And but yet they forgot that God told them that God's bigger than everybody. God's bigger than all men. God already told them it's theirs. But here's the problem. There was 10 that said, "Look, we can't." There are giants in that land, and here's the key. This is something that just stays with me. They said we are grasshoppers in our own sight. We see ourselves as small, and they're big and huge. And I want you to just stay there with me for a little bit, because I think a lot of times that's what happened. We see ourselves as small. Oh, this one can do that. They're so big, and they can do that, and they're so big, and they can do that, and they're so big, and they can do that, and but me, I see myself as small. And because they saw themselves as small, they convinced everybody else that they couldn't do this great achievement that God was going to help them to do. Now, there were two, Joshua and Caleb, that said, "Yeah, we can do it. God's giving it to us. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go, y'all." But the others wouldn't. And so they didn't. And so they continued wandering in the wilderness. They weren't able to go take the land that God was trying to give to them. Our blessings, our successes, our achievement, our growth, all of that is going to be dependent upon how you see yourself. Are you small and insignificant? Or do you see yourself as great? Because of whatever you think, that's what you're going to be. As a man thinketh, so is he. How do you see yourself? I hope as you're looking in the mirror of your own soul, of who you are, that proverbial mirror, I want you to kind of see yourself in there. What do you see? Do you see a person of greatness, of great potential, of a great future, of great opportunities? Even, yeah, there can be great obstacles as well to overcome, but can you see yourself as being one that's ready for that challenge? Or is life just gonna happen? Yeah. I hope you're ready to embrace and tap into that greatness. Wherever you are in your journey, in your walk, of being a better version of you, of seeing yourself the way God sees us, the way you ought to see yourself. If you're ready for that, and you're ready to start doing the work and all that, just put it in the comments below. Let's just say ready, 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 ready. I hope you're ready. And I hope you start to grow. And as you grow, it's going to start to show. It starts to show. Man, we popped out. I don't know. I had to figure something out to rhyme at the end. So, hey guys, thanks so much for joining with me today. I just wanted to share some things. I've had to learn how to like myself, how to love myself, how to love my uniqueness, my unique qualities, my strengths, and I'm like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I had to learn that though. I had to learn that. There was a time I wanted to be like everyone, and then I realized they are trying to just fit into this box. They don't fit in either. Be the authentic you, and love you, and love the you that God created. And of course, I'm not just saying stay where you are. I'm saying grow, grow, grow. But once again, you gotta be able to love you. You gotta be able to see your greatness in order to be able to achieve the things you need to achieve. All right, I'm out. God bless. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. See you in the next video.